some grilled peppers, and some portobello mushrooms. We're here in Davis, West Virginia. Just stopped at the local grocery store here to get some protein and some veggies to throw on the grill, and some, picked up some local beer too. And now we're going to head into where the trail is, and it ends up being a really nice day. I mean, it's a little bit cloudy and misty, but when the sun comes out, it's really warm. It's like 74 degrees right here. It's kind of hot, actually. But hey, it's better than pouring down rain. Let's get to it. I'll see you at the campsite. Close enough. All right, so I think we found a better camping spot. So you see there, I had to cross that river there. wasn't too bad, but I had to go real slow. My truck was lifted a little bit higher. Would have been a little bit easier, but the old girl made it across. So yeah, it's a little bit of a dip down there, and got a nice babbling brook here, and some water coming down from another culvert. Come over here, Liana. Come on. Yeah, it's nice and flat, relatively flat up here. Still a little bit muddy, but I mean, I think every campsite's probably gonna be like that. I did back the truck up into an area where there's a kind of a tuft of grass, so hopefully when we get in, we won't have muddy paws to deal with from my dog Liana here. And there's some other trail that looks like goes up here. I'm not really sure what it is. I'll have to check Onyx Off-Road and see what else goes up here, but I don't really have any service, so we'll have to see here. Yeah, but I think this is home sweet homeless for the night. Ooh, definitely a little more mild out today. Like I mentioned earlier, I decided not to do any hiking today because it was a little tricky trying to find a place that wasn't already occupied. And I saw two of the ones that I stopped before I considered staying, but they were just too close to the road. And I saw this, where I had to cross that creek over there. It was a little bit hairy, but I mean, nothing too crazy. We made it across, and that way at least there's some separation between the road over there where people are coming by. Yeah, I think it was somebody trying to see if they could get this spot. A lot of people out here. Not quite as remote as I'd like to be, but it's no big deal. Still peaceful out here. And once nighttime falls, there's going to be a lot less traffic, I presume. At least I hope so. So tonight, gonna make some, I got some mini sweet peppers and a couple of New York strip steaks. Gonna go ahead and grill those. And that'll be for supper. Not exactly sure where this trail goes. Leanna, get out of the mud. Jeez. Just look at the scenery. I just love all the moss covered rocks, the rhododendron, everywhere around here. Lots of spruce around here too. It's just amazing. I think I've seen some pine, but it's almost all spruce, it looks like. You know, a little bit of birch, mainly just all spruce. Okay, so there's what this is at the end of this trail. Come here, Beans. Leanna, over here. Leanna, come here. Well, if anybody tries to roll up on camp while I'm sleeping, I'll definitely be able to hear it, because it ain't going to be easy crossing that stream there, for most vehicles, that is. Not that I'm worried about anybody messing with me, but you never know. You never know. Leanna, I have to go back down to the creek. Wash that mud off your paws, girl. You ain't climbing into the camper like that. You hear me? Beans. Yeah, oh yeah, you think it's funny, don't you? Just some sawdust and some Stale tortilla chip crumbs. Might not be able to eat them when they're stale or crummy, but they will burn. It's time to make some steak. I'm hungry. I think it was a better call to have not gone hiking today because I got here later than I wanted. It took longer to find a spot. And then once I got everything set up and got some firewood, you know, it's already starting. It's almost 6 o'clock now, so. This here is my house rub. It's basically my take on a classic Texas barbecue SPG, salt, pepper, and garlic. I just add a little bit of ancho chili powder. Just adds a little bit of extra sweetness and kind of like not so much heat, but it's like a sweetness. Anchos have like a raisiny type of flavor. I really dig it. I really dig it a lot. I use this a lot for barbecue at home. I'm not from Texas, but Texas barbecue is my barbecue tribe. I believe there's no beans in chili either. I'm going to go ahead and let the steak here dry brine for a bit, soak up all that flavor. I feel like it's starting to cool off here a little bit too. I did bring a flannel in my denim jacket. Don't think we're going to need it. Possibly some rain tonight, like at 1 o'clock in the morning, early morning. That's why I got the awning up. Doesn't seem to be a lot of wind, so I don't think it's going to be blowing around like it was on my last trip. But the low tonight, I think, is 51 degrees. I think we'll be all right inside there. I mean, I do have the electric heater. There's no point bringing a diesel heater when it's 50 degrees outside. I mean, I'll just throw a wool blanket over me. Plus, I got the four-legged heater too, so that'll definitely keep me warm. But I got the windows open in there right now. Let's see, what do we got? It is 60 degrees inside there. No, 68 degrees inside there, and it's almost 64 degrees outside Fahrenheit. Let's see, what is that? 18 degrees Celsius. I used to know the conversions. I'm also a home brewer, and the temperature controllers that I use are in Celsius, so I know my temperature range, usually from the low 60s to the upper 70s. But anything outside of that, I just have to commit it to memory. Figure while we wait for the steak to dry brine, I can take everyone inside the camper and show you some of the lighting upgrades I did. I got my pretty cool Indian psychedelic awning up top, but check this out. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. How about that? Ain't that trippy? Man, reminds me of my high school days. I did notice that my magnet held, I didn't mean to give you the bird there, sorry about that. This heater that I have held on my magnets, well after doing that little bit of wheeling, crossing that creek down there, yeah, it fell off. So I gotta remember tomorrow morning when we leave to take that down. I mean, it'll be okay if it falls off. I just, I guess that's what did it. That's the only thing that knocked it off. But yeah, I like the, it goes up behind there too. Of course, I got, I have other lights too. Turn on and off. And of course, some ones up there and over there for me to easy access if I don't have these on. But I just thought that looks cool. And when it's really dark outside, you put this on inside there, it illuminates the interior really well, but it's not too bright. Sipping on here some Wild Trail from Greenbrier Valley Brewing Company. West Virginia is kind of like my home away from home for my wife and me. We come here every year to vacation instead of go to the beach. We got it over here. Come on, Gainsey, come on. Got that mud. We just rinsed your paws. Not doing it again. Anyway, we love West Virginia. We come here all the time. A buddy of mine owns property out here, in a different area, obviously. On the Eastern Panhandle. We are more kind of like, right now, kind of like Eastern Central. It's got a weird shape. But yeah, West Virginia is our home away from home. We live in the foothills of the Appalachians in Pennsylvania. But I don't know, something about coming to the mountains and just like that song, John Denver. The land is old here, older than the trees. And it's true, man. You just feel, it's a very soothing feeling, and it's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain, it's hard to put into words. You come out here, you experience the quiet and the nature, and just, if a lot of it's undisturbed, and you just feel at one. At least I do. And this is coming from a city boy. I moved around a lot, all around Central Maryland. And I lived in Baltimore for years. But, when I finally moved out to the country, it changed me, man. It really did. For the better. You know what? Yeah, I think we're going to do reverse here. We'll do reverse here. It's good. Put these mushies on here too. Woo! It's steamy. Alright. I think we're getting close. I'm shooting for medium rare, medium. Yeah, I think we're already there, actually. Okay, while the steak rests, let's get this fire started, because it's already starting to turn to dusk. Got some steak, some seasoned steak, some grilled peppers, and some portobello mushrooms.
Good morning. Slept fairly good last night. I was going to say good night to you all. When we climbed into the camper here, I started reviewing some of the data or some of the footage, and I hadn't thought about going to bed yet. And the next thing I know, I must have just nodded off, fell asleep. I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and all the lights are still on. So anyway, but good morning. Doesn't look like it rained last night, at least from what I could tell outside. So I'm going to do my morning prep, try to freshen up a bit, make ourselves something to eat, some coffee. Then we'll pack up camp and go across the creek again, get back onto the Canaan loop, and hopefully we can go check out some of the hiking before the rain comes. One thing I do need to do though is take down this little electric heater. Probably not going to need it until the end of the year. We definitely didn't need it last night. See, it is almost 67 degrees inside here, and outside it's a little bit chilly, but you know, not too bad. So I didn't need the heater at all inside here last night. Actually, I even had the window open because I was getting a little bit too warm with both me and Liana in here. All right, well let's get up and get going. Got some backyard chicken eggs.
All right, well, we got camp all packed up. Did a circle check, make sure everything was nice and taut. Things did get jostled a little bit loose coming up that rocky bank through the creek yesterday. So now we're gonna do it in reverse and we're gonna go back down. There was last night's home, and we made it out. Now I just gotta free the hubs up and we'll head on down. On this trail here, I think it's 1.2 miles. Doesn't seem very far, but it should have some pretty good views. It is getting a little overcast again, so might not be able to see that far. Maybe we will, I don't know. It's a nice trail here though. Just old moss, growth, and rhododendron everywhere. Uphill assist, Bean. Thanks. It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning. See if I can't hit my 10,000 steps by one. So here we are, we've arrived at Table Rock. It's a little overcast, but still some good views. Check it out. I'm not going to get too close to the edge. I don't really have a fear of heights per se, but when I get close to the edge, it does kind of give me an unsettling feeling. So, what do you think? The hike wasn't too bad. It was, I mean, it's kind of easy. It's very rocky, so you have to really watch your footing so you don't roll your ankle or get snagged up. But it's about 1.2 miles, so not too bad. So we're going to sit here for a couple minutes and just take in the views, and then we'll head back and go check out the Blackwater Falls. Okay, well, that was fun, right? Beautiful scenery. She kind of worked up a killer thirst. In other words, I think it was about 2.5 mile hike both ways. So I think we were right where we camped at was about the halfway point on the Canaan loop. Looking at Onyx off-road here. I don't know if you can see that. Basically shows the loop there. That blue dot over to the left is where we are. There's no gravel here. Okay, it's not getting any better, and we're just going at a snail's pace. I don't really have the greatest suspension in this truck. I need to replace it and go. I mean, I'm thinking about either getting some Fox 2.0 or Ranchos, but I gotta go really slow just so I don't want to have a yard sale inside. And this is an old truck too. I'm sure you can hear all the rattling and stuff. I'm in an area here where I can turn around, and we're just gonna go back, even though I just spent the last 30 minutes and I probably traveled maybe a mile and a half. That was it, and get back to where it was gravel road, and then we're gonna have to go out the way we came in. So we're probably not gonna be able to go to the falls. Well, I don't know. We'll see. It's almost 1 o'clock now, so we'll see. But we're turning it around. Back to the part where it said there's a sign, a little peg there. It says Forest Service maintenance begins here. I guess I didn't notice that when I was driving up. But yeah, conditions deteriorated a lot there. I probably could have made it, but I mean, I don't know how long it would have taken. And I don't have any recovery gear. Well, I don't have a winch. I have straps and stuff, but I don't have traction pads, so I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm stuck and, so, but that was fun. I mean, we went as far as we could, found a place to turn around and came back. So I'm gonna fix my mirrors, because going through all that brush there, definitely I did a number on my mirrors and they're all out of whack. All right, guys, well, we are out of Canaan Loop, and I think I'm gonna call it here. I think we're gonna end it right here, because it's raining fairly steady now, and I only have a denim jacket. I don't have a raincoat for her. I don't know about you guys. I don't feel like going to walk through a boardwalk in the rain to see a waterfall. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to hit like. It really helps things out on this channel as I'm trying to grow it into something more. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe. And I'm going to be thinking about what to do for our next trip. So you guys stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.